Ladies and gents, hello and welcome. My name, of course, is Open Potato. Welcome back to Infraspace, where the traffic is bad, but the production is good, actually, for the most part. Anyway, yeah, we're back in business. Let's have a little look at the city level. We've got just over 2,000 level 4 citizens, a couple of level 2 citizens that are living in hovels that have yet to upgrade. A couple need home appliances, but no doubt that will happen at some point soon, because if we have a little look at the production overview, the only thing that we are not able to produce in the appropriate quantity is carbon. And even that is fairly easy for us to do now that we've got the ability to specifically manufacture carbon through the whole carbon processors. The bottlenecks are very, very minor. Very, very minor indeed. But that's not to say that they are not here and not causing a little bit of a pain from time to time. But that's fine for the most part. Can I maybe redo this slightly? Yeah, what do we got here? Let's see if that maybe makes a difference. Yeah, that might help. That might help, and it might help if we... Yeah, we're already simplifying down into one lane anyway. Also allow that to go straight ahead, see if that makes a difference. Yeah, that looks to have fixed things slightly. Will it fix it for the long term? I don't know. We'll see. Right, home appliances. It says, the video game says we have enough, but I'm not really seeing evidence of that. There's a couple of these buildings which do seem to be requiring of home appliances. We've also got good meal production set up and running. We've got the home robots still to sort, and we've also got culture to sort as well. So why don't we check out the research tech tree? I reckon stadiums is probably going to be the easiest thing for us to do. I suspect that we're probably going to get culture from stadiums. If not, well, we'll have to look at something else then, won't we? We'll have to look at something else. But apart from home appliances, everything is getting to where it needs to go. And even home appliances, to be honest, we should be totally fine for. We have a little look. Home appliances here. We're breaking even, actually, for home appliances, which is not great, because when the next... Actually, tell you what, we're not going to be able to level these places up, because they require so many home appliances. So yeah, we can go in and we can probably fix that. Let's not really worry about the efficiency bonuses altogether too much. We'll just get a couple of extra home appliance areas, and we'll sort of just be done with that. There's a little bit of pressure building up in this area over here, but I think we should be fine. I think we should be totally fine. Let's also create another little bypass. Again, I'm conscious of the fact that I don't really want to create like a twisted system of networks and whatnot. Like, I'm not really interested in creating a bunch of problems for myself further down the line. Go, and this, let's allow to go straight on. That goes straight on as well. You know, give some of these things options. Give these trucks options. That seems to me to be a sensible thing to do. Habitat downgraded. I'm sure it's only going to be a temporary downgrading. I'm sure the home appliance numbers are going to be coming in thick and fast very, very soon indeed. I suspect that we probably have enough of everything, maybe with the exception of chips. But that's just because we've had a few little extra areas. Now, I want to see maybe if we can start getting some proper nice production facilities up and running. There we go. That's fine. It's a little bit of extra chip production. But we're probably going to see if we can maybe start... I don't know about blueprints, because blueprints is probably the wrong term. We want to get some systems in place that will allow us to you know, make stuff like home appliances to scale. I bet you blueprints are coming to this game, but not sure when. Right, stadium is being built. That gets us... I'm almost certain that is culture, but we shall see. How much culture is too much culture? Now that's the question that's on everyone's mind. Right, that over there. Let's go. Ooh, let's turn off the curved road, because we don't want curved roads. Not for this over here. Right. I mean, that's gargantuan, actually. I didn't quite appreciate how large it was. It's plenty of culture, though. It is culture. Love to see it. Love to see it. It's very good. Any chance of squeezing this in here? Absolutely not. Cracking. Right. Well, you know what? Let's get this down. Get 4 of them. Is that enough? Are we producing enough culture? Yes, we are. We are absolutely producing enough culture. And it doesn't require any prerequisite components either, which is very, very nice. Unlike robots, which are gonna just be a freaking disaster because they require neural processors. And neural processors require a whole bunch of stuff as well, which we're gonna have to worry about very, very shortly indeed. Let's worry about that after we get the research started. Let's work on uranium mining and then nuclear power. Industrial robots. Nearby farms increase output of farms significantly. I feel like uranium mining is a higher priority for us right now. Yeah, I think that's probably where we're at. Yeah, so it'd be really, really nice if we had blueprints in this game. We don't, so we're gonna have to just make do with a little bit of manual placement for a little while. But I think for now we're mostly okay. Still a little bit of a bottleneck here, but we'll worry about that later. I was told, by the way, that roundabouts specifically can make my life just a measure easier. So we shall see. So we shall see. Okay. I want to see if we can try and create a massive, massive, massive chip assembly area. I think, to be honest, I'm actually kind of close to creating something that I'm really quite happy about. Let's expand on this idea momentarily. Basically, we need to build towards neural processors, right? We need to build towards neural processors. Neural processors require microchips. Microchips require computer chips, and that's kind of the real issue. So I think what I'm going to try and do is I'm going to try and create like a chip production area, and we're going to just sort of line this entire area up with microchip processing facilities. Uranium mine radiation core. Cool. Cool. This requires carbon and sand. All right, let's have a little look. So we got the radiation core factory. We've got the uranium mine, which produces uranium. The large uranium mine as well. That's grand. Let's get nuclear power because I mean, let's be real. We didn't just unlock uranium just for the good vibes. We unlocked it for the power potential. We unlocked it for the power potential. Good. Okay, so loads and loads and loads of chip production. It's not perfectly even, but you know what it's gonna do? It's gonna have to do. It's fine. It's absolutely fine. Right. So we need neural processor factories. Neural processor factories also require nanotube factories. But to be honest, I think that we're gonna set up like a completely independent area over here to just build like an inordinate amount of microchips and everything. Is there a way that I can district this? Yeah, I mean, so we can district this area to do what did I want to do? Neural processors? Yeah, so let's create like a neural processor district. Districts with export rules, yeah, can export anywhere. Drag the mouse cursor between districts. Okay, yeah, we don't actually have any districts at the moment, but that's fine. We'll worry about that in a little bit. Let me ditch this just so that I can play around with this setup properly. It would just be nice to have a little look at the production overview of a specific district. Right. So I think Wow, we are out of concrete? That's surprising to me, because I thought we were good for concrete. Apparently not. I was sorely mistaken. Concrete factories were clearly not doing as good a job as I initially thought they were. That's fine. That is okay. Okay, so these are the chip factories, the microchip factories that's going to produce the microchips. The nanotube factories, we're going to need sand. Do we need sand for these chips? Yeah, we totally do. We totally do. So I tell you what, sand mines sandwiched in the middle here seems to me to be a pretty good idea. And in fact, sand mines require absolutely nothing in terms of resource. There we go. Yoink that in there. Wonderful. Okay, good. I think this will work out quite nicely. If I've done my measurements correctly, this should give us a tremendous amount of juice. And so that goes in there. Then we go to nanotube factories, right? Nanotube factories. Bear in mind that we're still building up to the components of neural processor factories. We go nanotube factories here, and go there, there, etc. all the way along here. That's kind of what we do. So this needs carbon as well. Now, I'm kind of hoping that... Oh, maybe we want to, like, replace... Yeah, maybe we want to replace, like, the odd... I'm going to replace this. Replace this with the neural processor factory. And in fact, maybe replace it with 2 neural processor factories. Shunt this along, shunt this along. Make space for a tiny little road. And that, I think, is kind of like the unit that we want to sandwich in here. Then, of course, on the outside, we get ourselves carbon processors. Basically all the way along here. And again, yoink this back together. Sandwich that in there like so. All right, I think. That is awful. I simply cannot let that stand. Cannot let that stand. There we go. All right. So that's a little bit better. But I think that that's kind of like what we should be aiming for. Kind of feels like a vibe right there. We'll be able to get another carbon nanotube factory in here. We'll obviously be able to get another carbon nanotube factory in there. So that gives us, I mean, some sort of like monstrous level of efficiency. Not quite perfect, but, you know, on the whole, not half bad, I don't think. We need an extraordinarily large population. But we can worry about that a little bit later on. Now, that's already fed into the production overview of pretty much everything. I think it might not have, though. Also, we are low on oxygen? How on earth is that the case? Is that really the case? Well, I am surprised. If indeed that is so. Okay, well, we'll deal with that. We'll deal with that in a little bit. Anyway, so that's given us neural processors. What else did we need for home robot factories? Chips and aluminium, all of which we have out here. So there we go. So we should be ready to go on the home robot front. Oh, goodness gracious me. There we go. Okay, everything is working, but obviously nothing is connected. So, I think we need to get a big superhighway. I mean, what do we really have to transport out here? There's not really anything that we need to transport out here other than home robots. And to be honest, a primary use for a district... It would be great to have a district over the homes, right? Okay. So that's one district there. That's one district here. So mouse cursor, drag the mouse cursor between districts to create a rule. So I can presumably do, hold up, where is it? Home robots. Here to here. That's right. Brilliant. So we're only going to allow home robots to be exported out there, which might end up leading to somewhat of a disaster down the line, but it's okay. It's okay. Right. Hide districts. Let's get rid of that. And let's see if we can try and bring home robots into the fray. Where the heck are they? I keep flipping, missing out where they're supposed to be. Neural processors. Yeah, do we want to just build like home robots around the back here? That seems like a pretty rational thing to do. Good. And let's get a home robot factory. Or 2, or 3. That's grand. We're low on power. But to be fair, nuclear reactors coming online quite soon, I think. Ooh, we are low on the old power. Very, very low on the old power here. Right, we have no iron. It's kind of to be expected. Yeah, we really just need to import iron, right? I think that's about it. So let's get a proper highway. Oh my lordy, the insane amount of concrete that we're actually gonna require. Holy cow. Okay, let's not get a highway. Let's just get a regular old concrete road for now. Suppose it is quite a simple delivery mission. Right, there we go. Okay, lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of trucks will be dispatched, no doubt. I also want to increase my concrete production. I can't believe that I'm actually saying this after all this time. Seriously. Okay, let's get some more concrete production. Yeah, there we go. Okay, that's going to add a little bit more sand. That's going to add a little bit more sulfur stress to the system. But I think that we can just about... handle it. That is absolutely fine by my books. Cool. Alright, population is not quite large enough to support the number of jobs that we have. But I think that we're at full capacity, right? Not quite at full capacity yet. The number of home appliances that we have is still lacking. It's probably because efficiency across the board has come down. Because we ain't got the power, governor. We ain't got the power. Alright, let's stick it into 2 times speed. It does look a little choppy. Oh my goodness gracious me, it does look a little choppy. We're probably pushing right up against the limit of what we can handle. It's a little bit strange. I kind of anticipated that the game would be able to handle a little bit more. I really just need 1 solar panel to... Actually, I'm not going to need more than 1 solar panel. I'm going to need 2 solar panels. I'm going to need 2 freaking solar panels to get us across the line here. Okay, 1 solar panel. And then a couple of wind turbines, maybe. 65% efficiency. Yeah, boy. Wow, this power is a real... That really sucks. This is such an irrelevant graph. Doesn't tell us how much power we're consuming, just how much we're producing. That is of little use. This is much more handy. Sand, not quite enough sand. Aluminium, not quite enough aluminium. I kind of anticipated that we wouldn't really have enough aluminium, and to be honest, our aluminium situation is now kind of weird because we're driving it basically across to the other side of the map. I almost feel there must be a source nearby that we can start to actually properly utilize. Copper, we need loads and loads of copper if it's all possible. Got copper over here. I mean, do we have the copper? We don't even have the copper. Yeah, okay, alright. Well, that is what it is. That is what it is. At least we're getting the neural processors. The Robit factory should be operational, actually. Should be operational. We're not producing any motors here. Have I allocated enough production for motors? Apparently, we've still got plenty of motors. Alright, let's get one more solar panel. There we go. Okay, we're back up to speed. The game actually runs remarkably much better when everything has power. Who would have thunk it, eh? Who would have thunk it? We just really need a heck of a lot of concrete. Not a large sand mine, just a small sand mine. No, let's not put that there. Okay, concrete factory, go, concrete factory. Let's move. This needs to go. I'm gonna remove that line, and I'm gonna instead stick it into that area over there, which maybe seems like a bit of a semantic difference. It does mean that trucks are gonna be able to exit, and also trucks are gonna be able to get exactly into where they need to go. Construction materials storage. Unfortunately, we only have one point of entry into the factory, but you know, very little can be done about that. I just want to make sure that we're, you know, that we don't have concrete trucks that are sort of tailing back and jamming up the traffic, which is something that happens and has happened altogether too frequently. How are we doing with the nuclear reactor? Not bad at all. Let's continue to press forward. Large copper mine, we can maybe get a couple of those down. Good. And let's see if we can use our poor excuse for a motorway substitute to connect this up. What do we need? 138 concrete? Oh boy. I mean, it's just taking such a bleeding long time. Production overview, home robots. We do not have the home robots. To be honest, the fact that we have as many home robots as we currently do is kind of remarkable. Let's go in there, and let's connect that up over there. That's fed now. That's cool. Great. Oh man, I can't believe I've been reduced to just building single track roads. That's so disappointing. It's all concrete's fault as well. This is another pesky little issue. I feel should be fine. I feel like the traffic should be flowing much faster. Yeah, I really do. I feel like they should be traveling around the corner with a little bit of greater speed. But I tell you what we could do. Let's make a nice little bypass. I still have yet to make my first roundabout. There we go. Try that. So that should allow any trucks that are coming in here to go directly over there. They don't even need to pass through the highway. In fact, you know what? Let's straight up just move this entire operation. Let's make it a curvy. Make it a curvy road. There we go. What do you know? That looks good. Something's happened here. Don't know what's happened here. Just a little bit rubbish, isn't it? Okay. I seem to have fixed the problem, whatever it was. Don't know why that didn't sort itself, but there you go. Here we are. Right. There's still issues over here. Don't quite know why that is the case, but there you go. Anyway, all right, there we go. Whatever, it's sorted. I'm not gonna worry about it too much now. Look, this is all just been a big old excuse just to get more large copper mines, and give me time to sort of plan out in my brain what the heck we're gonna be doing. 120 concrete, 120 concrete. Great. Production overview copper should now be totally fine. It's not highway quality, obviously. It's not quite where I'd like it to be, but that's okay. Iron is good. Chips, we need a whole bunch of chips. We should get there. Large copper mine. Let's get one more. And we will continue to get more. Ah, do we have maybe... Yeah, we might have like a workforce issue over here. Population comparison to jobs. I mean... It's getting to that point, really, where we have to look again at the number of houses that we have. And we have to think, do we have enough? Can only help but come to the conclusion that absolutely not, we do not have enough homes. One there. One there. Right up the middle. Okay, oxygen as well. Oxygen is almost certainly going to start becoming an issue. Turn off curvy roads. Nice. And also, we will create a one-way little highway thing in there, just to sort of spice things up a little bit. Again, give me a wind turbine. Tide us over for power. Right, are we okay for oxygen? We're not. We are not. Do I care about oxygen production in this area? I mean, not really. There is the added advantage, though, that it does kind of help. It does kind of help with all of this operation over here. So I think we're going to keep most of our oxygen production over here. To be honest, that requires carbon. So we're maybe actually incentivized to continue to use the atmospheric processors, which I think is what we're going to do. It's fine. Nice. And we'll just build a few. We'll just build a few extra. But we'll build bespoke oxygen producers over here. And tweak that. Tweak that. Oxygen production facility right over there. Beautiful. Okay, there's a little bit of a choke point here. We know that, but it's okay. It's okay. Everything is okay. More and more and more population, please. I need them. I need them. I need them quick. No, fast. I know that's going to create a problem over here, but that's fine. And we're going to just... Oh, no, 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 no. Gonna keep going. We're gonna keep expanding. More oxygen. Okay. What do we got? Home robots. Still don't have enough home robots. Don't have enough aluminium. Believe it or not, both of those are very, very, very easy problems to solve. It's problems like traffic that that is tough. I mean, all we need is just way more concrete. That's the believe it or not, that's the crux of the matter. Just need a heck of a lot more concrete. Singular large aluminium mine will probably sort. Will probably sort our aluminium shortage. Indeed it has. By a very wide margin. So that's fine. It's not exactly done wonders for our power supply issue. Maybe if I devoted more than a few tiny bits of concrete towards our power issue, that might actually help. We're also putting a lot of pressure on the existing network to try and deliver aluminium. So that's not great. I'm not super happy with the route that the aluminium trucks need to take. It's probably pretty convoluted if I had to guess. There's also... Oh, are these the aluminium trucks? These look exactly like the aluminium trucks. That looks exactly like the aluminium trucks to me. Hey, we did it. Nuclear power plant. That's perfect. That's kind of exactly what I was going for. So that's great. Let's go... Can we go around here? What about over here? Yeah, okay. This is what we're going to do. Okay, we're not going to do that apparently. We're going to worry about nuclear power in just a second. Right, you know what? This has got to be tweaked. We got to turn it sideways. Turn it sideways fixes the issue. It's ugly, but it's fine. Right, yeah. Keep going. Move this in a little bit. Turn that sideways too. Works every time. Right, we're gonna go round here and gonna keep going across. Gonna go down to like round about there. Nice. Oh my. Okay, not nice. I cancel. I take it back. Okay, into a three-way, one-way thing, and right in there. Should actually only be a two-way, one-way thing. It doesn't particularly matter though. Let's what? I simply don't understand. I simply don't understand. There we go. Much better. Right. The point is that I think aluminium should really not need to go around here. There we go. Don't know why these trucks are being so jumpy, but the point is it should free up a little bit of space, which is good. Okay, population is still a little bit on the light side. We still need home appliances. How? We should have plenty of them. Yeah, we're producing more than we need. We got full power. So that's okay. Nuclear power plant requires a lot of stuff. An awful lot of stuff. 1,000 concrete, 400 steel. That doesn't even consider the prerequisite infrastructure. We need the radiation core factory, which requires uranium and also purple rods, which means we need an iridium alloy factory, and we don't even have the research for iridium. Do we? Fertilizer. Yeah, we can't actually start doing nuclear stuff until later. That's a bit of a pain in the backside. What is better, fertilizer or industrial robots? Let's go industrial robots, given that we seem to have a bit of a workforce problem at this precise moment. Yeah, we're really having an issue getting all of our concrete into this construction material place. I wonder if that's going to be something that's changed in a future update to try and sort of encourage more responsible production. Ditch that, ditch that. Bring that down to normal, and... there we go. Okay. So that's gonna give us access to a second concrete sort of production area, or storage area even. If that works, that's great. Happy days. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Wait, hold on. Fast neutron reactor. Does that just actually straight up require uranium ore? Hold on, I wasn't even paying attention. It totally does require just uranium. Just uranium ore. Okay, let's save up for a nuclear power plant then. Let's save up for a nuclear power plant. We're still going to invest in our other electricity sources, but nuclear power plant seems like a good way to go about solving some of our problems. And the other way of solving some of our problems is with a large sand mine. Right there. Very good. Sulfur mines, how are we doing in terms of sulfur? We are fine in terms of sulfur, actually. Don't know how, because it doesn't look like we're managing to stockpile much, but there you go. And once the full picture is known, it might make things slightly more complicated. It already looks like it's... oh, God, this just... yeah. So frustrating. So frustrating. Because I have the concrete production, it's just not really producing very quickly. Anyway, that is what it is. Home appliances, any chance of home appliances being dropped off over here anytime soon? Not particularly. Okay, all right, that's fine. Any chance of home robots being dropped off over here? No, not particularly either. Let's get more of these. Although, of course, whatever I do needs to be tempered by the fact that we don't have the population to sustain. We don't have the population to sustain our workforce at the moment, or we don't have the ability. We don't have the ability to deal with this. Although that being said, we do have plenty of housing. Yeah, morale to move in is just low. Let's get some more home robots. Let's get some more home robots. See if that makes any difference. No workers in building. Yeah, so if we prioritize sand priority 98%. Oh yeah. 0%. I mean, that needs to be bumped. That needs to be bumped. What do we want to sacrifice? The answer is kind of nothing. The answer is kind of exactly nothing. Copper, maybe? Sacrifice a little bit of copper. Sacrifice a little bit of iron ore. There we go. Home robots, we're back up to where we need to be. Concrete production. Concrete isn't required for anything. Yeah. Okay. All right. Try that. 164% efficiency on all of these home robot factories. The more home robot factories we have, the better. Really. We should be able to level up some homes. I hope that that is the case. That is the dream. Also, you know what? This needs to get changed. This needs to be two-way. I mean, this entire road network, to be brutally honest, kind of needs to be reworked. There we go. It needs to be reworked. It needs to be reworked almost in its entirety. This is such a ridiculous... This is such a ridiculous route that I have no idea. I have no idea why it even exists. To be honest, the home robots should be taking a direct route, a much more direct route than we currently have. That's for sure. Also, are these upgraded facilities? Oh, residential high-rise. They totally are. That's brilliant. That's going to make things more attractive for people to move in. That's great. That means that we're going to hopefully increase our population a little bit. 252. 252 out of 2,000. We can absolutely get there. We can absolutely get there. It's not out with the realm of possibility to do so. Yeah, boy. I mean, do we really need to drive the home robots right through the center of town? That does seem kind of daft. That does seem kind of daft. Tell you what, if I downgrade this... I downgrade this road. There we go, look at that. Purple trucks heading straight ahead. That's what we love to see. That is what we love to see indeed. Okay, Brill. Let's follow the route that the purple trucks will take, just so that we can sort of see where everything's going. This road can sort of be highwayified, I guess. Do we have superhighways yet? No superhighways yet. Okay, so they're gonna... Yeah, so the purple trucks are gonna go down this route, all the way along here. Get choked at this bottleneck, presumably. Delivered to these areas, which is fine. And then have to drive all the way through here. I mean, that's no bueno. That's not good. We need to find a little bypass, a little cheeky bypass route, I think. Okay. See if... See if something like this ends up working out. I mean, this is just experimental. Everything's purely experimental. Is it better to come around here, or should I kind of just... Kind of feel like I should just go through the middle, you know? That oxygen processor can move. I mean, I don't care about that. It's fine. In fact, maybe it's not even the oxygen processor. Maybe it's the pylon. Okay, good. And we will connect up here. Right, and then we also probably want to take, you know, like a branch. And I kind of just want to sort of steamroll right through the middle here. But we might be able to sort of squeeze it around the edge. Yeah, perfect, actually. Wow. That's ideal. Okay, and then that feeds right into the sort of main feeder route that we have. As ridiculous as that actually looks, I think that is going to make a huge difference. I think it will. I think it will. Because it's going to be way quicker. It's going to be way quicker to get out this way. It also might be worth adding an on-ramp from here, like up to here. Yeah, so something like this. That's a bit of a mess, but we'll see if that ends up being used by the oxygen trucks. I don't want to end up creating more problems than I need to create, you know? That doesn't seem like an intelligent thing to do. Right, I'm saving up for a uranium mine, and I need to kind of just take the plunge and spend it. Nuclear power plant is kind of monstrous. We have almost enough concrete. We're close. What do we need? Home robots? Home robots are in the process of being delivered, I hope. Shouldn't be too far away. How are we looking? We're looking good over here. Production efficiency-wise, we're fine. Yeah, let's get some more home robot places then, I guess. Nice. Ditch that. Yoink in a... Move this slightly closer. Stick in a neural processor or two. Disconnect it very slightly. Good. Perfect. Beautiful. Alright, that's grand. And we'll get some nanotubes online in just a second as well. Let's fix the power situation first. Again, I know I'm not saving enough. I'm not saving enough flipping concrete to make this setup work properly, but that's okay. Motors, apparently we're a little bit low on the old motors, but that's fine. Neural processors, yeah, we're fixing that. Let's get graphene tubes around the back sides. And keep on extending this outwards. Right, shock carbon is also an issue. I was really hoping, by the way, that we would be able to hit level 5 citizens today, and I actually think that we can still do that. Good, good, good. Okay, aluminium we're a little bit low for. Sand we're a little bit low for. That's okay. That's fine. Sand is a relatively easy one to fix, by virtue of the fact that it basically does not require any effort to plan. You just stick them down. Nice. There we go. Sand is fixed. Right. Neural processors. Do we need yet more? Incoming storage is empty. I feel like the reason that it hasn't really worked... Also, 204% efficiency. That's a personal best. That's really good. That's really, really good. 204% efficiency. I don't think that you can dispute that. That's incredible. It would be nice if it was a little bit easier to deal with, but whatever. Right. One more solar power plant, and then I swear I'm going to build a nuclear one. I promise. Promise. Okay. In the meantime, have any other houses upgraded? 741. That's actually quite a significant number. More than I really anticipated. Look at that. All of these purple cars are home robots. And it looks like they're taking pretty much the most direct route to get to where they need to go. Which is kind of great. Kind of great. Yep, very, very happy with that. Some home robots are still coming in through the wrong area, but I mean, that's fine. It's happening, and that's the important thing. Do we have a massive excess of home robots? We do. An absolutely huge excess of home robots. A little bit of a shortage of neural processors still. But not the end of the world. Not the end of the world that is the case. We can always prep the next area. Why on earth am I in the power overview? Disconnected a little bit. I think that's already moved over far enough. It's fine, and yoink some more neural processors. Good stuff. Any joy with the road here? That did look positive for a while. Hey, that's actually great. I'm surprised that we were able to make that fit, but that's good. And that surprisingly gives us the number of neural processors that we need. For graphene, or the, what are they called? The nanotubes. Yeah, that's graphene or whatever, probably. I think we're fine on that front too. Doesn't even look like there's too much of a backlog of anything, actually. No backlog of anything. Aluminium is the only thing that is really in a bit of a shortage situation, and that is a super easy fix. It's just a little bit of a pain to transport it, you know, the entirety of the way across the map for very little reason. It almost, to me, strikes me as stupid, in fact. But you know what? I'm going to keep doing it. I'm absolutely going to keep doing it. Large aluminium mine. That's right. I am destroying my credibility here by continuing to build. Continuing to build stuff that is not a nuclear reactor. Seriously, where is this flippin' concrete? Turns out adding concrete factories has had negligible impact. Absolutely, totally negligible. Let's build yet another one. See if that makes any difference. Maybe, you know, all of the inputs, outputs sort of things are going to get split to different factories. We can only hope that somehow the trucks might decide to go in different directions. Not overly optimistic. Nope. Still a huge issue. Still a huge issue. I am absolutely not helping things by doing this. But I'm going to add extra sand production here for the concrete, you know. It just seems like you just can't have too many trucks entering at the same time. It's almost completely redundant. Sure, we're out of sand, but I mean that doesn't really matter though, does it? It just doesn't really matter at all. I need to get a bespoke concrete production area, and we're really limited by the inputs here. But that's fine. Right, how are we doing with population? We're over 50% of the way there. That is great. Absolutely delighted that we're managing to keep that up. Home appliance, we're still working towards home appliances. But that is fine. There's a sulfur deposit out here. Tell you what, this is a good opportunity. Large sulfur mine. Plonk that down there. Cool. Concrete factory. Let's get like 3 concrete factories. Then let's get one of these. And let's get a large sand mine. Stick that there. I think that'll be enough. I think that should be fine. There we go. One more wind turbine, I promise. That's it. That's all I'm doing. That's all I'm doing. Okay, is that enough sand? We produce 1 sand every 6 seconds. We use 1 sand every 9.6 seconds. So we need way more. Way more sand mines. Those are small sand mines. Kind of meant to use the big ones. Because they give way more sand. Right. So, whether this works, whether it doesn't, it's setting up sort of like independent little networks, which should help, I think, alleviate some of the stress. There we go. And we're off to the races. That's great. Happy, happy days. That's good news. Very, very good news. We're good for sulfur. We're good for sand. We're good for concrete. We've got some nice bonuses here. Some pretty good efficiency gains all around. And meanwhile, of course, everything is continuing to upgrade. We're at 1,400 population now, which is grand. And we're gonna hit that freaking nuclear reactor. We're absolutely gonna hit it. We're absolutely gonna hit it. This is a disaster. Total nightmare. Right. Seems like I've created a bit of a knock-on problem here by upgrading the road ever so slightly. Didn't really mean to do that. When there's a will, there's a way. How on earth are you affected? There we go. I just don't understand. I don't understand how everything has been impacted here. That is quite remarkable. Cool and cool. There we go. Great. That's a double whammy, double lane. Which is good for us, I think. And a place over there. This is all still single track road. The fact that it's not buckling under pressure is great. The rest of the highway network honestly seems to be working pretty darn well. The motors are being transported as quickly as they need to be. There's a long sulfur shortage here. But to be honest, it's not really impacting anything with the exception of the production of concrete, which... Let's delete that. Delete that road. Delete that road. See if that makes a difference. I have absolutely no idea how we're supposed to increase the speed of concrete into this building, the construction material storage. It just ain't happening. It just ain't happening. So let's just let the video game do its thing on that front. And hope that we start sending some concrete to this building as opposed to this building and this building. But at the end of the day, if sulfur ends up, you know, getting stuck in a traffic jam, I don't think that I really care. Doesn't matter. Okay, let's prep for aluminium. Large aluminium mine, not aluminium, uranium, that's the term. Uranium mine, every 40 seconds we get 1 uranium with the small one. Up here? Sure. Producing uranium next to our food supply seems like a surefire way to cause disaster, but that's okay. Alright, we're pretty much ready. We're pretty much ready to go. We don't need this core thing, do we? Radiation core factory. No, we don't actually need that. Believe it or not. Also, it's super cheap to build. 10 concrete and 20 steel. Radiation core. I'm going to leave that there just to look cool. And then I'm going to build this right here. How much does this use? Every 20 seconds it uses 1 uranium. So if I get 2 uranium mines, then we're basically good. Not connected to power network, it will be. Yeah. How does that end up working out? Cool. Probably pretty good, I would imagine. 90% efficiency, obviously, it's pretty low at the moment. But once we get that first initial injection of uranium, I think we'll be fine. Industrial robots, are we struggling to manufacture yellow science? Haven't really checked on yellow science in a little while. No, actually, it's just time. just time. We actually have all of the components that we need in relative abundance, and it's just time. Just taking time. That's okay with me. Right. Where's our uranium? It's coming. Alright. Things are very laggy when the power facility, or when the power facilities don't work. Great. Where's the uranium? Yeah, uranium ore produces uranium ore. It's there. Is it going to get dispatched? Am I missing something? There we go. Okay, it's finally happened. I guess they just dispatch in twos. It's fine. So it means that we've got 4 in storage, or we will have 4 in storage. And that's going to instantly fix our power situation. There we go. Beautiful. 450 megawatts. It spins up. It looks good. We got 4 in storage. It uses 1 every 20 seconds. We should be fine. We should be fine for a long time with that level of power. And the game has miraculously recovered, and everything is smooth again, which is wonderful. Look at all of this. Our city is ready to level up. Who'da thunk it? Who'da thunk it? We are ready to go. Well, we will be ready to go in a very, very, very small period of time. No bottlenecks on the network, not as far as I can see. Slight something something here. But mostly okay. Mostly okay. As long as there's nothing major. No big deal. No big deal at all. This is all looking fine. Cool. That's, God, it looks so bad. It looks so bad. But anyway, the point of doing that was so that we could have a nice little bypass section. Didn't really work out looking all that great, did it? So let's get this upgraded to highway because we need to. It's going to cause a few problems. By problems, I mean it's going to reset all the traffic. But that's okay. Rework this. It's just because it's such an ugly looking road that I feel like I need to redo it. Yeah, there we go. So these little shortcuts, I think, may not immediately look like they make a tremendous difference. Hey, city just leveled up. Brilliant. Okay, disconnect that. Go in there. Cool. Nice. So I think these little shortcuts will help make the difference. They should help just sort of take the traffic flow to the next level, which is kind of nice. Yeah. That's not a great corner, but it was designed before we really wanted to transport iron down to this area. That's fine. It's all working. It's all working. Research is coming online soon. Uranium. It says that we don't have enough uranium, but I definitely think that we do have enough uranium. Whatever. Okay, we've hit our next research objective. There is more stuff here. Schools, iridium mining, recycling. Lower your resource consumption by processing industrial waste. Nearby factories. I'm interested. I'm interested in that. And to be honest, what I'm also interested in is having more yellow science pack factories. That is something that I am very interested in. Go and rotate that. There we go. Okay, that's probably going to throw a few things into somewhat of a chaotic state. Motors, neural freaking processors. It's always the same. Always the same. Neural processors and I don't understand why neural processors seem to be in such a garbage state all the time. I'll never know. Anyway, that should improve our red science production, which is great. Red science production, what am I talking about? Yellow science production. Green science pack as well. That's actually okay too. Blue science is fine. Yeah. It is just yellow science. It is just yellow science for sure. It's looking good. That's looking good. This is all working very, very smoothly, in fact. Yep, very, very happy with how nice that all looks. Pretty happy with how the traffic is moving accordingly. There's a little bit of a glut here as we probably are trying to fill up everything. Do need more motors. That is the sign that I'm being given. But motors are an easy one. Motors are an easy one. Cool. Let's not go over the top. In there. And we need copper ore. We might have a little shortage of copper ore, but if I crank that back up, we're fine. Uranium, again, I still completely unconvinced that we don't have enough uranium. Industrial robot factories, brilliant. Yeah. Industrial robot. Automation reduces your workforce requirement by 1 worker. Oh, that also requires neural thingies. Let's build one. Why the heck? Why the heck not, eh? Don't know what we're gonna do with it, but there you go. Right, recycling center, iridium mining. I mean, what's iridium for? It's for the next level of populace. High-tech workshop. High-tech tools to raise productivity. School, that's also fine. Superhighways is good. I'm gonna take recycling first. We'll definitely come back for superhighways. Also realizing that I've created a bit of an issue by dragging more copper into this area. It's a pretty... Yeah, it's a pretty busy area already. Especially given the fact that I'm now doing even more copper deliveries to the area, but that's fine. And we need to maintain this level of citizenship. And we actually need to increase the number of citizens that we have by roughly 1/3. Give or take. We need to take our level of citizens up to 3,500. And that will be the final milestone. So 1/3 would basically be like another 3 rungs. I mean, there are some expansions that we can make that are kind of, you know, kind of easy. Kind of easy to justify. I mean, that's... That's a few extra houses for very little... Very little effort. Super easy, in fact. Does that absolutely bonk everything in terms of power grid? There we go. Cool. Nice. Okay, so that's not a huge amount of extra... Not a huge amount of extra storage or extra population, but it's not bad. Good. Right. I mean, that might allow us to get away with just like an extra rung. We do still need about 500, which is what? If it's 10, 50 houses, surely not. Surely not. No, well, I suppose they're upgraded to like 16, so 500 divided by 16. Do the mathematics on that. I don't care to myself. but it's a fair bit. There's always this area that we can kind of expand into. The only problem with this area is that it wasn't really equipped to deal with deliveries of home goods. I think our best bet is actually, shockingly, just to add the extra rung here. No. Yeah, connect this up around here. Yeah, okay, so that ends up working out not too badly. And we can connect in there if we wanted to. Be really ugly. That's a bit better. Right, how'd that work out? It's probably still short, isn't it? And no joy on that front. Okay. Okay, I mean, we need a lot of oxygen, so this route is expected to get a little heavy temporarily, but that'll be rectified. Maybe we squeeze in a few more houses over here. No, we can't squeeze onto highways, of course. I forgot about that. I kind of just want to get this situation nailed down so that we at least know we have the appropriate housing. Is that okay? Does that leave us in an okay position when it comes to power? Yeah, we're totally fine for power if we were to do that. Move that across. Shunt that around. And let's move this. A vision is what I have. Don't claim it's a good vision, but it's a vision nonetheless. Right. I like to think, very much like to think, that everything that has been added is enough to give us the population that we need once everything has been upgraded. That does not have a road. It now is a road. Brilliant. Of course, that's probably going to have like a bunch of knock-on effects. It doesn't. Not yet, anyway. But it might at some point in the future. Okay, also, concrete. Apparently doing the little thing that I did for concrete, the little concrete production area. Best thing that I ever did. Best thing that I ever did for concrete. Cool. There are some delays. They're not massive, but they are there. I'm sure we could speed things up if we were to play around with the traffic a little bit. But it's mostly fine. I tell you what, I really want a superhighway. What are we working on at the moment? Recycling? I'd really love a superhighway, actually. It doesn't necessarily need to be a superhighway. But a highway over to, like, here. Ha 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 ha. 2,000 concrete, a whole bunch of steel. Oh, video game, you promised me something different. Ah, what a swizz. See, it doesn't build up to the rocks. That's a shame. Oh, it does build up to the rocks. 1,000 concrete, 100 and something steel. See, if it builds up to the rocks there, I'm almost certain that it's not going to build up to the next level of rocks. No. Come on. 1-1. It was... Oh, is it wanting me to go around here? Okay, sure. And then up. Oh god, it's just, it wants to work. That's the frustrating thing, is that it absolutely wants to work. This is the well, it's not technically a superhighway, but it is a superhighway in all but name. I mean, there is another route, of course. Like, around here. Maybe making it a triple highway. Perhaps a little obnoxious. Perhaps a little obnoxious. Just knock it back down to like a 2-lane road or something. For now, so that we can actually just get the connection in place. There we go. Okay, so it's a bit of a mess. It's kind of indirect because of the fact that it doesn't go the way that it was planned to go, i.e. it doesn't go over the top of the freaking mountains. Is that going to stop me from giving it a punt? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Drag that up there. All right, now I'm hopefully hoping that some of... I need to make sure that I draw the districts, by the way. I'm hoping that some of the traffic will divert to the correct route. Hey, it is working. Okay, so we're gonna be able to... Yeah, we're gonna be able to see some improvements with regards to the logjam over here. Basically, all of the purple cars should go in that direction. Very nice. Alleviate a lot of the pressure on that system. Yeah, things are going to slow down dramatically when they get to here. But I mean, look, we're gonna definitely upgrade this to highway at some point soon. I'm a little bit worried that everything on the other end is going to start to... Maybe we're going to be sending some stuff back. I mean, this was kind of intended as a one-way highway, but... Well, we've opened the floodgates now, so... You know what? Let's... In for a penny, in for a pound. There we go. Enough steel. Enough steel and enough concrete to make it work. Make sure that it's all super fast highway. Not the fastest highway, but super fast highway nonetheless. Yeah, keep it curvy. Keep it curvy. I don't know why we've got a blockade here. Maybe it's just because it used to be old type of road, now it's new type of road. I hope that that fixes itself in time. Anyway, look at this. Home robots. Brilliant. 3,360. I think we're going to be close. I'm not sure that we're actually going to be able to hit our housing target as easy as I perhaps thought. O2 is in a little bit of a short supply at the moment. Also parks. We need to get more parks. I reconnect this O2 machine here. Just ditch that freaking wind turbine. Useless bunch of nonsense. It's not doing anything at the moment. Yeah, there we go. And absolutely shocked that that doesn't work. But that's cool. Right, where is Nearest power cable, probably over here. Nice. Okay, not enough power in network 3. I'm sure that's just a temporary setback. We need more parks, by the way, which I'm gonna address real quickly as well. Oh, is that not... You know what? I really thought that'd be enough space. Oh, come on. It totally is, he says, as it totally isn't. There we go. It totally is. Knew it. And one more for good measure. Nah, not worth it. Not worth it at all. Let's get 2 more uranium mines. And we will get, hopefully, very soon anyway, 1 additional nuclear power plant. Also, this is saying we have got loads of power being produced here. I have no idea what we've done to get power to that level. Industrial robot. Are we doing automation anywhere, by the way? Like, I don't know if we're actually getting neural processors out here. I don't know if we have an option to increase industrial robots in any one of our facilities. It doesn't particularly matter. You know what else doesn't matter? Nothing. Nothing matters outside this video. And we're wrapping this video up right now, ladies and gentlemen. We're in a really, really good place. We're in a really, really, really good place. Everything is looking very, very nice, if I do indeed say so myself. Thank you ever so much for watching this video. We'll be back with what I suspect will be perhaps the last video in the series. Certainly, if city level is anything to indicate, we are very, very close. We're 3420 housing out of 3500. So yeah, we've got maybe one last episode of optimizing to do before we are donezo. But anyway, ladies and gents, we'll get to that next time. Thank you ever so much for watching. Thanks for the Patreon support. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.